Well, it's nearly the end of it, isn't it? Just about. Still Halloween night. It's 6:29. You know, as I took out the shirt. I still have the pins on my vest. Not just for Halloween, but it's fandom. Okay, so what can I say? Since moving into the apartment complex several years ago with my brother, and then after that, we discovered that there are certain areas in this town of Roseman that only deals with Halloween in certain neighborhoods. But in the east area, right closer to the base, it's like everybody moves to the west because everybody in the west has the best candy. And we don't have anything except if we happen to get it from Albertsons to pass it out to kids. They couldn't even do that half the time in this apartment complex. See interest or lack of interest with the neighbors. Management wants to see the neighbors. We've had a lot of interaction with maintenance staff, but we not much maintenance. I mean, not with the management staff, not unless you're going to be going into the office to talk with them personally. So they are trying to find different avenues to be in touch with the neighbors. Unfortunately, the neighbors are just here to rent the place, and that's about it. And maybe if you're lucky, you'll have a few of them talk to you. Everybody else wants to deal with their own. Holiday like Halloween is supposed to be bringing out the creativity in a lot of people, but the problem is not much. Said before, when I got into this apartment complex here with my family, well, my brother and me, we have we put out candy a couple of times. Nobody came. Nobody knocked on the door. Nobody wanted any. I, out of pure sugar fixing insanity, this past Easter, grabbed a couple of candy bags that had assorted chocolates in there, and a bag of box. And I thought they were going to be mini. They weren't. Full size candy bars. About four varieties. Hadn't been touched. They're still in the fridge. As for the other bag of candy I had from Easter, some of it actually did eat. And the rest of it is still here. Untouched. And it was in a plastic bag. And I got the plastic bag chilled out, cleaned out, and put into a bowl. But I got the bag sealed because of bug war. Nothing's touching that chocolate. Nothing that they can touch anyway. My thing is, I'm dealing with lack of neighbors being neighbors. I was a bit nervous and apprehensive that if there was going to be a door knocking, did I have enough for the neighborhood? At least for the building here. But no, it's dead. No activity. Everyone else is off in the other areas of Roseman doing their candy thing. Meanwhile, no trick or treats, no running around, no candy. You know, a long time ago when I lived in another apartment complex when I was knee high to a duck or even smaller than that, you'd be seeing kids running around different neighborhoods. Actually, from your own neighborhood. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat. And you get the candy, and either they grab it or you give it to them. If you're partialing it out, it's like one piece of thing. But if you still had gobs of it, it's like, okay, help yourself. Yeah. And a way to get to know your neighbors. It's a way to get to know your neighbors. Be it do it long enough, you know your neighbors and they know you. These days, I I was not going to pass out candy this year. I wasn't. I was going to black things out and just say hell with it. I still wanted to get rid of the damn candy without tossing it in the damn trash, and I'll put it back in the refrigerator, put it in the deep sections where it's cold as hell, and just keep them in there that way. I used to enjoy the holiday. I used to enjoy the time to dress up and say the words or go to a party. Take that back on sometimes regarding the party situation. I mean, if I was going to another place and I could dress up and feel comfortable enough, yeah, but even when I went to sober dances with my brother on Halloween, I could dance a little bit, but mainly to mingle, mainly to eat, meet and greet. I still felt a lot out of place. Only because I wasn't one of them, I was just a guest. But then again, there was other guests over there too. They're all sober, they're all nice people. And I treated like shit during those times. We don't have those kind of things out here anymore. Sometimes you're afraid to have parties without having people coming through and shooting the hell out of you. Yeah, that's been happening too. And not here just yet. I use the term just yet. Because I'm still nervous about it. I mean, I didn't mind when kids coming over to the door and say trick or treat and I got candy. My brother and I also had the problems concerning about the motor home situation. I mean, by the time we got over to the place, we had candy ready to give out to kids. But the kids went to different neighborhoods. They couldn't do the trick or treating in their own trailer park. What the hell is that? We had a meeting, we had a hall in a trailer park. People could have had a community fair. Didn't happen. We don't have that kind of capability out here in departments, unfortunately. But at least management came out with candy, and it came out with cupcakes, and it came out with a smile. So I came out with a character. I got a cupcake and I got some candy. And I was going to give the candy to the kids. As much as I like eating it on some occasions, but I try to watch it as much as I can. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like chocolate. Chocolate cupcake? Ooh, yeah. Went crazy over that one. But I don't know anymore. People are going to different places for trick or treating. I suppose I'm going to have to get to bed early enough. Get up around midnight or 1 o'clock, get my stuff ready to go. Get back to the college campus and see what the hell goes on. Next week is next week. I have to get that math project started. I got to get it done by Sunday or Monday. There's a thing I was supposed to be reading tonight, but I didn't get a chance to it all day. Well, I'll look at it in the morning, see what the hell we're dealing with, and then that's it. There used to be a time I can deal with this like crazy. There used to be a time I can enjoy it even as a young adult or even an older adult. But as I said before in my other videos, it gets closer and closer to the other holiday events that usually mattered more. I mean, on Halloween, I could pretend. I could pretend to be whatever. Over my college campus today, they had their costume party. Why couldn't I have them on Monday, not a Tuesday? And then Tuesday I would have gone over to the campus and had some whatever fun over there and come back. Usually when going over to campus, it's study, test, or whatever. But this, tomorrow's going to be after Halloween. Sometimes I get into the spirit the day afterwards and it's way too late. I'm a dollar short in my head, that's for damn sure. I called it the day late and the dollar short syndrome. Yeah, well, I guess so. I guess so. Some kids couldn't afford costumes. Well, they'll try to make their costumes, but if they could. I remember a long time ago we used to make our costumes. Sometimes we had to get them from Woolworths, a lot younger, or places like that, 5 and Dime, so they actually had the cheap shit that can actually fit you for a while. And for a time, I actually could fit in that stuff. That was Superman. Could have been the Flash, but Mom picked out Superman. She could have picked out Batman. No, she picked out Superman. Oh well. And it was a cute costume with red mask. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too damn old for this shit. Maybe I am. If you can just get into something that's worthwhile, then why not? People are wondering whether or not I'm still up or not. All I gotta do is see the light. And then go crazy. If they want to knock on the door, go ahead. I still got the candy in the plastic bag and sitting in a colander ready to be passed out. I just didn't want the damn bugs to get to them. What else can I do? People are milling. Maybe we'll get them. If so, if they want the bag, they can grab the bag. We'll see what happens.